Hello friend, today I will tell and show you the Shah-i-Zinda Mausoleum complex. Near the entrance you can first see the historical bedhouse, architectural monument of the 15th century. Shah-i-Zinda Mausoleum complex located in Shah-i-Zinda Street. The Shah-i-Zinda Ensemble includes mausoleums and other ritual buildings of 9th, 14th, and 19th centuries. The name Shah-i-Zinda, meaning the living king, is connected with the legend that Kusam ibn Abbas, a cousin of the Prophet Muhammad, is buried here. He came to Samarkand with the Arab invasion in the 7th century to preach Islam. Popular legends speak that he was beheaded for his faith, but he didn't die, took his head, and went into the deep well Garden of Paradise, where he is still living now. The entrance portal of the complex is its newest building. The inner buildings of the ensemble are divided into lower, middle, and upper groups, which are interconnected by arch-domed passage chartaks. In the lower group of buildings on the terrace near the entrance, there is a two-domed mausoleum. Now you can see that. As soon as a person passes under the entrance portal of Shah-i-Zinda, a world of legends and secrets opens up before him. At the very beginning of the complex, a 40-step staircase appears before the visitors, which embodies the path of repentance and prayer. The tradition associated with it is still alive in the hearts of people. Every visitor of Shah-i-Zinda, be it a believer or a tourist, necessarily begins to count the steps going up and down. Legend has it that if the number during the ascent and descent coincides, then the person can be considered cleared of sins. So today, an outside observer can watch with interest how numerous visitors to the complex diligently recount the steps, but not many people know that they are following a deeper spiritual tradition. From there, you can see a view of the two-domed mausoleum from above. A unique ancient ensemble of towns located near the settlement of Afrasiab. It is also called the street cemetery. The dilapidated buildings of mosques and mausoleums of the 11th, 15th centuries was blue domes running away in a row into the distance look like an elegant necklace from above, or so fancifully stretched on both sides. The oldest structures of the ensemble, from which only the foundations and gravestones have survived, date back to the era of the Turkic dynasty of the Karakhanids, 11th, 12th centuries. The overwhelming majority of buildings belong to the Timurid era, 14th, 15th centuries, and the restructuring of the 16th, 19th centuries practically did not affect the composition and appearance of the complex. The mausoleums have turquoise trim or are covered with dark blue tiles with floral designs. The middle group of buildings consists of a group of mausoleums from the time of Timur, where his relatives and prominent military and religious figures are buried. These structures date back to the last quarter of the 14th, early 15th centuries. Among them are the mausoleums of Emirzade 1386, Tuglu Tekin, Timur Snisis, Shadimulk Aka, Turkan Aka 1371, 1372 years, and Timur's sister Shirin Bika Eka 1385, 1386 years. The last two mausoleums are the best preserved. The main facades of those small single-room buildings are arranged in the form of a portal with rich and colorful decor. And I see they're so beautiful. I have amazing emotions to look at that. See this. Not far from the Shirin Bika Aka mausoleum, which is noticeably different from other structures, there is an octahedral mausoleum of the first half of the 15th century with openings on the sides. It is decorated with a mosaic of glazed bricks and was probably originally covered with a dome on a high cylindrical drum. Entry today is closed. Now entrance is temporarily prohibited here. The oldest structures of the ensemble, of which only the foundations and gravestones have survived, date back to the 11th-12th centuries. The overwhelming majority of buildings belong to the 14th, 15th centuries, and the restructuring of the 16th, 19th centuries practically did not affect the composition and appearance of the complex. I went in one by one look at every tomb mausoleum. I don't know what's the name of this tomb, this mausoleum, but I just want to look at it inside. How it looks. Just simply, not all. Okay, there is so beautiful. Wow, look at this. So beautiful, beautiful, amazing, just amazing, Such a magical view. Wow, inside is so magical, so amazing, so beautiful. And my voice is with echoes. Emotions, I just can't say. I just cry. And I go back to continue my walk in Shah-i-Zinda Mausoleum complex. Shah-i-Zinda is the only archaeological and architectural monument in Samarkand which, including the cultural layers of Afrasiab, reflect the almost 25th century history of the city. The Shah-i-Zinda architectural ensemble is a unique mausoleum of glazed decor of the 14th, 15th centuries. Here you can find glazed carved terracotta tiles, beautiful examples of inlaid mosaics, and large mosaics made of glazed bricks. In terms of subtlety, grace, and variety of forms, no architectural monument of Samarkand can be compared with the Shah-i-Zinda mausoleums. Now I'm entering the mausoleum of Amir Chipunduk, structures erected over the graves of one of the commanders of Amir Timur, 18th of the 14th century. So let's go in now and see. That looks like that. So let's move on, friends. These are the beautiful historical buildings you can see on the narrow lane of the mausoleums. I walking just there and watch it as all. And this is very interesting here, you know. Look at this. Look at this magic, beautiful places, mausoleums. From their entry to the Shah-i-Zinda Mausoleum in right turn. The center of the entire ensemble is the Kusam ibn Abbas complex, which includes several buildings, among which the most ancient are the Kusam ibn Abbas Mausoleum and 16th century Moscow. The complex is accessed by a door dated 1404-1405, decorated with carvings and originally inlaid with ivory. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Kusam ibn Abbas, more than other people, he looks like me in character, in appearance. I said, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. You know, my feelings is very amazing. I feel so good. I see and I feel magical emotions. Just my emotions I just can't say in camera to fully, you know. Here is a historic Moscow. The entrance is closed. You can only see from here, you know. Their Muslims is pride in all these times. So, okay, let's go. And finally, I'm going entry of tombstone of Shah-i-Zinda or living king Kusam ibn Abbas. It is there. Oh my goodness. The history of Shah-i-Zinda has always raised many questions, mysterious and mysterious, are associated with this monument, most of which belong to the name of the complex living king. All this is connected with the name of the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad, Kusam ibn Abbas. There are several legends about his death. The most widespread legend says that during the battle with the pageants of Kusam ibn Abbas received a mortal wound. Some legends say that his head was cut off. In others, it is about an arrow wound. But they all agree that during the battle, the spirit of Saint Hazrat Hizr descended to the mortally wounded Kusam ibn Abbas and helped him to leave the battlefield. Hazrat Hizr placed Kusam ibn Abbas in the Sha'ban well, where he, having drunk the living water, recovers and receives immortality, hence the name Living King. You know, this history legends about him. If you look closely from here, you can see the tomb of Kusam ibn Abbas himself. The entrance to the tombstone is still closed now. Okay, from the right side, I just entered a small white room. It is very quiet here. I hear my voice with an echo. Then I read a little prayer with surah and dua. Okay, all friends, I just left there what can I say, my emotions are just going through the roof. I felt very differently. I have seen this mausoleum and here, I'm very glad I did a little reading of the Dua and Surahs and felt a little lighter. So, the upper group of buildings includes 3 mausoleums facing each other as if competing with the beauty of the facings and forming a charming shaded courtyard. The northern part of the courtyard is closed by the Hoja Ahmad Mausoleum, built in the pre-Timur time around the 13th-14th year. The east and west sides of this courtyard are surrounded by an unnamed mausoleum from 1361 years and the Tumanaka Mausoleum of the early 15th century. Just magic, just magic. And there my video is over in its final place, So I wish all the best, happy to everyone. Bye.